Hey, what's going on, everybody? So, yesterday in the afternoon or evening my time, Ananta dropped a gameplay trailer seemingly out of nowhere. It's this one that you're seeing on screen right now. However, apparently, Ananta was going to, or is going to be at TGS this year. TGS stands for Tokyo Game Show. If you guys didn't know that, it's basically Japan's version of E3, at least back when it existed. So yeah, the biggest like video game convention, whatever, in Japan, and Ananta will be there apparently. So it makes a little bit of sense that, well, not just a little bit, it makes a lot of sense that Ananta wants to drop wanted to drop this trailer before, TGS goes live. TGS takes place from September 25th to the 28th, so it should last over the weekend. It's also the reason why I think Genozod and Fobmaster are flying out to Japan, or flying out to Tokyo to, participate in that. Or at least I would imagine so. So yeah, gameplay trailer, dropped yesterday, at the time of me recording this. And I actually live reacted to it on stream, when I was streaming yesterday. A couple people came to my chat and were like, "Hey, did you see the Ananta gameplay trailer?" I was like, "Oh, they dropped one." So, at the end of my stream yesterday, I reacted to it live. So if you wanna go watch my actual live react, then I'll have the stream link down in the description along with the timestamp where I start to react to it. The reason why I'm reacting to it again, like a second time, this is off stream recorded, by the way. The reason why I'm doing this again is because the Ananta gameplay trailers, both this one and the previous one, the last one that they put out like 9 months ago, first announced that, hey, we're changing our name from Project Mugen to Ananta. Both these trailers have copyrighted music, I'm pretty sure. The previous trailer from 9 months ago, that definitely had copyrighted music because it had Malay playing in the background. So I kind of assume that this is kind of the same, the same case. So I want to react to it again, a second time, as an offline video. That and I figure it's probably good for me to do this anyway. One, to chase the algorithm, because any good gacha content creator worth their salt is going to soy pog and farm content and milk the shit out of new gacha game trailers and not know what the fuck they're talking about. So at least I'll be different in the sense that I actually will know what the fuck I'm talking about, unlike all those other fucking, fake ass bitches. So yeah, not only that, but how should I say this? Reacting to a trailer I've already watched helps me, organize my thoughts. If you guys haven't seen me live react to stuff, sometimes I go on for ages and ages, just because I have so many thoughts, popping in my head, and I have to get them all out. So, yeah, I'm hoping that the second go around, I'll at least, not take hours to react to something. Hopefully I'll keep it within like at least 30 minutes or something. But we'll see. Here we go. Oh, and because I said that these trailers have copyrighted music, I'll just have some like random, music playing in the background. Something from Blue Archive maybe. And the trailers themselves will be muted in my video, in this video you're watching right now. So if you want to go watch the trailers with their proper audio, please go ahead and check out the trailer itself. I'll put the link for this trailer in the description below too. Hopefully I don't forget to do that later when I start editing, but we'll see. Excuse me. This is where the music kicks in. Oh, I forgot to pause. This is a very, very important frame because I am a gooner, so I pay attention to stuff like this. Girls in actual fucking swimsuits. That is very important. And yes, I'm mainly saying it because I'm a fucking gooner. But in all seriousness, though, it's quite refreshing because this game is Chinese. We're used to, or at least, you know, we should be used to Chinese gacha games being very conservative when it comes to, you know, more risque stuff like this. I forget if they showed like any actual like bikini swimsuits in the first trailer. If they did, then, you know, my apologies for trying to make this, you know, sound like it's a a whole ass big deal or whatever. But I'll say it again just because, again, the Gooner brain's taking over. Very good that they actually have the balls to show actual fucking swimsuits. Now, maybe it'll be censored later. We've had, if you know anything about MiHoYo game design or MiHoYo development, they've had many instances of them like designing some Gooner, you know, designs or whatever. But then, you know, they have to nerf them afterwards because, you know, they don't want Big Daddy Xi Jinping, you know, fucking coming for their asses, in God knows how long. So yeah, if this actually makes it into the final version of the game, I'm assuming, well, not hopefully, that doesn't really make sense here. I'm assuming that they'll do what Genshin did back when they had to censor like what Mona, Jean, Amber, and Rosaria, where they'll obviously have to censor this for the Chinese for their Chinese servers, but hopefully they'll leave this intact for everyone else. But we'll see. The fact that the NPCs are dressed like this, more importantly, means that hopefully the ladies, and of course the husbandos too, for that matter, because I'm all for gender equality in gacha games. Call me Kazuma, by the way. Hopefully this means that like swimsuit skins, like bikini skins or whatever, swimsuit whatever, will actually be fucking good. Instead of the sad excuses we have for swimsuits in games like Genshin. At least they're making, you know, they're heading in the right direction with Zenless, but I could argue that maybe they could have gone a little bit further. So hey, if Ananta has the balls to go this far, who knows? Who knows what the future holds? So cautiously optimistic about this. Okay, so this is where they start showing the gameplay. So before they roll the actual gameplay stuff, I do want to mention one more thing. I really like how comfy this game feels. I'm huge on colors. If you guys didn't know me as a content creator / how I appreciate just gacha games, or just, I guess, video games in general, I'm big on like how a game looks, or specifically how games do their colors. I really like Genshin. Genshin is like one of the comfiest gacha games you can play, and a huge part of that is, in my opinion at least, is because Genshin, out of any gacha game out there, or out of almost all gacha games out there, they do their colors perfectly. Like even in areas where even in areas in Genshin that aren't exactly meant to be comfy, they evoke something in you, or at least they should. Like whenever I hang out on like Seirai Island in Inazuma, and you look up at the thunder funnel up in the air, it's like, damn, that shit looks tight, right? That shit looks amazing. Or if you're hanging out down in Enkonomiya, and you're staring off into the abyss, it's like, damn, this place feels kind of creepy / like pretty, you know, how should I say? What's the word I'm looking for here? Not threatening, but like ominous, maybe. Maybe ominous is a little bit too serious too, but it fits Enkonomiya better than threatening. But yeah, like the way Genshin does their colors evokes something out of me personally, and I really like that. I really like that. Ananta really gives me very similar vibes. It's not quite the same. I would really like to know what engine Ananta is developed in. I don't know if it's in like UE5 or if it's in Unity or whatever. I guess we'll find that out in due time. But one of the main reasons why I don't like Wuwa as much as I do Genshin, just from a vibes feel, from like a vibes perspective, is that Wuwa doesn't, or at least in the beginning, from like the first couple of patches from 1.0 to like 1.3, I think, they did not do their colors very well. The colors in Wuwa in the first opening, like the first couple of regions of Huanglong, before Black Shores anyway. I guess Mount Firmin was fine. It wasn't bad per se. But like the main area of Huanglong, like I don't know, I got the feeling that the colors were really drab and like really washed out in like the main continent of Huanglong. Again, they improved with Mount Firmament. They really improved with the Black Shores, and then Renacita is by far the best use of colors. So at this point, Wuthering Waves, I don't really have that much a complaint about how Wuwa does their colors, especially now that they've given us a QOL where we can actually like tweak the saturation settings, like the color settings ourselves, which I definitely did back when they first gave it to us. So that's great. I kind of wish they'd go back and like touch up Huanglong a little bit, but it is what it is. Either way though, Wuwa, at least in the beginning, did not do their colors anywhere near as well. Sorry, proper grammar. Ananta, so far anyway, does not seem to have that problem. Like, immediately, as soon as the video rolls, like, as soon as the gameplay montage rolls from here, it's like, damn, the music, the colors here, the urban setting, the lighting, it all just feels so damn comfy. And I think Ananta, I don't mean to compare, I don't mean to bring in other games, well, I guess I already talked about Genshin, so it's kind of like whatever. I will say, I do prefer this vibe over NTE's. NTE does their colors really well too, and their atmosphere is also pretty good as well. But just right off the bat, the game just fucking hits you. At least it hits me with just an overwhelming vibe of just comfiness, man. It's great to fucking see. You love to see this. So, this game so far, at least from the trailer here, it's already passed the vibe check with flying colors. No pun intended. So, anyways, continuing on with the Spider-Man gameplay. Even the MC's vibing. Yeah. Watch him go. Alright, I'll talk about this in a bit. After they show this clip. Yeah, so this shit is actually super cool. So the hand-to-hand combat here, this is super interesting because this is not like Genshin's combat, right? Wuthering Waves, just to make another comparison here, Wuwa is very similar to Genshin. Don't let the rats know I said that. I mean, they probably already know I say this kind of shit anyway. So who cares? Fuck them. Wuthering Waves, combat-wise, at least on the surface, feels very familiar if you come from Genshin, right? Because it's basically just basic attack spam, blah blah blah, use your skill, and use your ult when you have it. Wuwa has echoes, so I guess you have that over Genshin. But the combat vibe, at least on the surface, is very similar to Genshin. Makes sense because Wuthering Waves is a Genshin clone, and they obviously took a lot of things from Genshin. Again, don't tell the rats that I said that. Here in Ananta, the hand-to-hand combat, the melee combat is already super different. It's not like Genshin at all. It's not basic attack spam, or at least it doesn't feel that way. At least here, your basic attacks at least feel very deliberate and very like meaty. The punches that the MC's throwing out here feel like they have a lot of impact, and that shit is sick. Like, nothing wrong with how Genshin or Wuwa do their combats. Like, it's a style, definitely. So there's nothing like objectively wrong with it. It's just the reason why I'm making this out to be such a big deal is because obviously I've been playing Genshin for 5 years. Wuwa's already been out for like a year and a half by this point. So it's like seeing another Genshin clone, and yes, I do think Ananta is still a Genshin clone, even though it's obviously like really far down the evolution path of open world anime 3D open world gacha games. the fact that it's melee combat is already looks and feels so different is like a huge breath of fresh air, at least for me. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but that's how I feel. That's how I'm vibing off this. More to the point, it really reminds me of this one martial arts game called Shifu. I don't know how many guys know of that game, but there's this like Chinese kung fu / martial arts game that came out. I forget when Shifu came out. Actually, I feel like it's been around for a while. I remember watching like streamers and YouTubers play it like it was yesterday though, because that game is pretty sick to watch. Not gonna lie. At least if you've never watched it before. Like there are plenty of like no-hit damage runs that people have done. Really fun to watch. Anyways, the combat in Shifu, or at least the combat here, really reminds me of how Shifu plays. Where if you'll notice here, let me mute this and put this on like quarter speed. What's the playback speed? Yeah, quarter speed. So let's have the trailer play here as I'm explaining this. So yeah, it's like at first, I mean the camera angle is already very different. It's like the third person over the shoulder camera angle here. But yeah, immediately the dude goes into I'm not very familiar with like martial arts terms, but I'll try my best here. Immediately this dude fucking grabs this motherfucker and fucking rotates this bitch. You know, get rotated. I don't know if this is like a judo hold, like a judo flip, or like a judo throw, or like a karate hold or something. Or hey, this dude's Chinese because he has a Chinese name, so you know maybe it's like a kung fu. It's like either a kung fu throw. I don't know if kung fu is really big on throws, or maybe it's like a Wing Chun move. Either way, whatever it is, like, bro, Genshin and Wuwa do not have throws. So the fact that Ananta immediately goes in, like the first thing they show when it comes to like combat gameplay, right, melee combat gameplay, and the first thing this motherfucker does, the MC that is fucking rush somebody and grab the shit out of them, you know. Dude pretended like he ain't gonna get command grabbed. Like, bro, this is so sick, because there's a reason why Genshin and Wuwa do not do throws, or like a lot of like for example, I think there's this one platformer game called Rivals of Ether, I think it was. It's pretty, I believe it's a fairly popular platformer fighter. I think it's the most popular one up there with like Brawlhalla and what is it? And obviously the Smash series. But I think Rivals of Ether doesn't have grabs. I think I could be wrong. Maybe they added grabs later, because I don't play any of these games. But I heard that it didn't have grabs. The reason why games like Rivals of Ether, like Genshin, like Wuwa, the reason why they don't have grabs is because the developers, if they want to add grab animations, they have to make animations for every single grab in the game. And that's so much more work. It's insane how much more work putting in grabs, something as simple as grab attacks, like how much more work you have to put into the game if you decide to add something like that. So honestly, the fact that Ananta immediately starts out with a grab animation is such a huge flex, dude. Not to mention, in the next clip right here, yeah, I was on the still frame right here, yeah, this frame, I'll talk about this when it comes up, but like, the fact that this game also has contextual attacks is also sick as fuck, too. You do not see that, at least not out of gacha games. At least, certainly, most gacha games don't really have anything like that, if any of them at all, so far anyway. But yeah, like, I'm nerding out over this. The fact that the MC just goes immediately into a fucking grab. It's so fucking sick, dude. And dude just kicks him out of the fucking truck. Sparta! Yeah. So yeah, you see there's a dodge mechanic here. I don't know if this is like taken straight out of Shifu, or maybe they took it from another game. Don't let Tobaro see this, by the way. He'll probably, you know, get an aneurysm looking at, oh my god, this is another dodge, guys. Fucking loser. Anyways, so yeah, I'll just let the gameplay trailer play. Yeah, like I said, this gameplay reminds me a lot of Shifu. Maybe it's not quite the same as Shifu. I remember my viewers yesterday when I was live reacting to this, say that, it could also be pretty reminiscent of like the Batman Arkham Asylum games, or just the Arkham games. Because I think there's like multiple games in like the Arkham series. By the way, shoutouts to this attack. Holy shit, this is a brutal attack. I'm actually surprised that Ananta, the Ananta devs, Naked Rain, I think they're known as. I'm actually surprised they went this far. Like, this animation literally is like him either like snapping somebody's arm backwards the wrong way, or he's breaking their fucking kneecaps the wrong way too, or either or. Like, this is kind of a brutal animation, I'm not gonna lie. It's either that or he's at least dislocating this dude's right shoulder. So the fact that some of these animations seem pretty damn brutal is like, hey man, it gets my blood pumping. I don't know about you. It gets the sadistic side of me fucking going, man. Seeing this dude snap this bitch's arm almost clean off. If only we could do that. They're not gonna do that though, Chinese games, so they can't show anything like that. But yeah, I love the brutality on that attack. And then here's where you go into the contextual attack where he slams the dude, slams the motherfucker into the fucking dumpster. Yeah, look how fucking how meaty, how weighty that attack is, or how like the impact frames when the MC chucks this dude's ass into the dumpster, right? Wait for it. Here. Like, bro, that is sick, man. You don't get that out of Genshin or hell, even Wuwa, for the most part. Like, this is like I just can't like stop saying this. Well, actually, this is I think my second time saying this. But I'll keep saying it anyway throughout this react. This is such a breath of fresh fucking air. I guess you can also call me Gordon Ramsay with how finally we're getting some delicious fucking food here. At least when it comes to all these animations and stuff. So, anyways, keep rolling the trailer here. I guess they could work on. I guess they could work on this a bit. Where is this phone coming from? His phone's just warping in and out of existence. I guess they could polish that up a little bit, but hey, obviously you're not going to see that when the trailer's rolling at full speed. Anyways, back to playing this on normal. This might be me jumping the gun a little bit, but I'm assuming that there will be some missions in Ananta where you do have like a stealth option, because just the way that just the way that the MC was like perched up on here, and like people, obviously the bad guys don't know where he is. I guess they're prepared for him, but like obviously he's still in stealth mode. Excuse me. But yeah, I'm assuming that you can have the option to play the stealth. I'm not really a huge stealth guy myself, so I don't mind just going in there, guns blazing, either these guns or actual pew pew guns. But hopefully there is like a stealth option, like a stealth route. Just because I'm sure there are plenty of other people out there who want to play this game who also would like to play stealth. They're like people who prefer stealth gameplay, or hey, even if they're not stealth heads themselves, maybe they would at least appreciate the option to do so if they feel like doing it. So again, that might be just me jumping the gun here. Like obviously there's no guarantee that the devs are going out of the way to provide us with stealth gameplay, but I mean, hey man, with how much they've already flexed in like the first minute of the trailer so far, minute and a half, it's like I would not be surprised if you can stealth this out. But yeah, well, I guess we'll find out for sure when the game comes out. I like how the MC is able to use his little Spider-Man grappling thingy in combat too. That's pretty cool. It's nice that it's not just like a tool where you just use it to swing around the city. It actually helps you in combat too. So that's kind of sick. Yeah, stomp that motherfucker. This is what I'm talking about, man. Attack animations actually look pretty damn brutal. Boom, boom. Again, if you're used to this already, because you actually have played the other games I mentioned, like the Batman games, or like Shifu, or like other more intense action RPG games, then obviously you're probably thinking just like, oh, why is he making such a big deal out of this? One, I don't usually play a lot of other games outside my gotchas. Surprise, surprise. But also, 5 years of playing Genshin and like the last year and a half of playing WoW, it's like that's what I'm used to. So seeing this is like, oh my god, we actually have attack animations where you can actually just beat the shit out of people. Holy shit, that's actually fun. That's actually so fun. So yeah, this is funny too, or this is fun too. Weapon combat or melee weapon combat. Par. Let's see. I think par is a golf term, right? Just one quick thing about the melee weapons. So obviously it seems like we'll be able to use like a variety of melee weapons. They look like they all have their own unique animations too. That is such a huge flex, because again, like it would have been so easy for the devs just to like give every single like relatively similar looking weapon, melee weapon, like the same animations, right? Whether you use a baseball bat or like a tennis racket. But like the tennis racket here clearly has its own animations, right? Like that. Or it could be like an execution animation, right? Maybe the weapons do all have relatively the same animations. Obviously, this is a huge ass hammer. Holy shit! Where'd you find? Damn, son, where'd you find this? So obviously the hammer will probably have different animations just in general. But I don't know. Maybe like the tennis racket or like any vaguely like one-hander melee weapon will all end up will end up having like the same animations, I guess. I like the parry here as well. Boom, like that. That's pretty sick. Love parries. Yeah, this could just be like a finisher execution style animation. Just that's like unique to the tennis racket. So maybe I'm jumping the gun here. I'm just excited about watching this trailer. If you couldn't tell. Yeah, maybe the baseball bat, if you were to equip it, maybe it'll have relatively similar animations, but we'll see. This is hilarious. Really like this one. Power! And then the ranged weapons. So, right out of the bat, this is super GTA 5 coded. Like, the camera angle's the same and all that. I believe later in the trailer, I'm kind of jumping the gun here again. But later in the trailer, the MC like brings up like a weapon wheel. That shit is ripped straight from GTA 5 too. So like very unapologetically a fucking GTA clone. But hey, that's what the Chinese do best, right? So gotta give credit where credit is due at least. I have a feeling I will really enjoy the flamethrower for some reason. Oh, I think there was the weapon wheel. Yep, weapon wheel. They literally ripped it out of GTA 5. Like you can't look at this and tell me it's not straight out of GTA 5. Obviously, the weapon models are just like simple like white silhouettes, whereas in GTA 5 they weren't exactly detailed there either, but they were at least slightly more detailed. Either way, it's like straight out of fucking GTA 5, man. Apparently, I know I talked about the Gooner stuff in the first minute of the trailer when they showed swimsuits. Unfortunately, from what I was told from my Twitch chat when I was live reacting to this yesterday, this lady, the scavenger-looking girl, if you play Arknights, you know. If you know, you know. if you're familiar with Scavenger, the character. The Scavenger lookalike girl, she was actually apparently supposed to have much bigger titties. But apparently in this trailer they nerfed her titty size. I mean, hell, her tits are still pretty big anyway, all things considered. But yeah, apparently she was actually supposed to have even bigger titties, so unfortunately, looks like it sounds like they've already had to nerf, you know, some of their assets. But hey, hopefully they don't have to nerf them, you know, even more. I should probably mention this right now. I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with this game. I mean, hey, I never played this game either. I just happened to watch a YouTube video pretty recently about it. But the MC, him being Chinese, I think. Actually, I don't know if the MC in this game I'm about to talk about is Chinese, but whatever. Kind of looks, they kind of look similar. This really reminds me, the MC and like in a GTA vibe or a setting. It really reminds me of an old ass game called True Crime. I think True Crime, if you guys don't know, is like an old ass game from like the 2000s. I think 2000, like mid 2000s, maybe 2006, 7, sometime around then. Where it was active. I believe it was Activision's attempt to like rival or counter Grand Theft Auto. In the wake of, like, I don't know, GTA 3, I think it was, either San Andreas or something, or hell, maybe even GTA 4, I forget which, but, anyways, it was Activision's answer to GTA, didn't really go anywhere, it's more like an obscure, maybe, like, kind of like janky-ass gem, that's, like, it was kind of ahead of its time, but then not really, they tried to do a lot of things at once, they did well in some areas, not so well in others. Anyways, like, for whatever reason, seeing the MC like this, where he's like police affiliated, or like he's like a detective or something like that, and he's like he's like a kind of a cheeky, confident kind of detective type or whatever, really reminds me of the setting from True Crime, actually. So I don't know. I just wanted to get that out there. I think this is what they were. I think that this is exactly what I was talking about, right? In this mission, you're supposed to. I guess you're trying to spy on like a cartel, or like a criminal syndicate or whatever, right? So the MC dude is clearly in disguise, probably disguised as like a delivery worker or something, Rue Rush. And yeah, he's sneaking in to take video evidence or whatever, and then right after on this clip. Right? It's like, oh, but also, you can just barge through the front door, or through the front window, or whatever. Yeah. It's like, hey, you can approach it either way. So, hopefully that means that the game gives you options to either stealth it, or, you know, go in guns blazing. You know. Yeah, see, the whole confident, cheeky detective vibe. Needless to say, the animations are on point. Also, this girl does not look old enough to drink, but I guess she is. Yep, and then here's some more GTA, bro. They even have the world like flash to like yellow or something. That shit is hilarious. so many things they just straight rip from GTA, and I fucking love it, dude. God damn, the Chinese are at it again. Hey, maybe instead of stealing all our military hardware, maybe if it can steal all our video games, maybe that'd be better. Maybe show our AAA publishers how to really make games these days. And now you play as Franklin, or whichever girl this is. This is hilarious. Why can you arrest random NPCs? Well, I'm assuming it's random. Maybe this is like an actual like mission or something. Maybe you can't just, you know, arrest random ass NPCs on the street. I think that'd be a bit much, because like what happens if you just arrest everybody then? So this is probably just like a, I don't know, like a side quest or something. Also, I already mentioned this earlier, but hell, even the fucking NPCs are fine as hell too. Also, I feel like this game, Ananta, for a couple of the gameplay gameplay clips here in the trailer, I feel like they also just straight ripped out of like several missions from GTA 5. This particular clip reminds me of, if you guys know how GTA 5's campaign goes, this particular one reminds me of a GTA 5 mission where you're trying to save like a couple of burglars or bandits or whatever, like thieves. Like they try to steal or carjack like a whole ass boat from like I forget the deadbeat dad's name. The deadbeat dad who used to be a professional thief slash criminal. Yeah, and then like a couple of carjackers tried to like steal his like whole ass boat or something, like a fishing boat or a sailboat or whatever, and like his son, like his kid is like hiding out inside, and he accidentally gets abducted too because he happened to be inside or something. I don't know. But yeah, this is what this reminds me of, with the girls just hanging off the truck like this. Oh, somebody from my stream pointed this out. This is now reminiscent of like Watch Dogs gameplay. Cause like shit, man, you have a dude in a hood, trench coat with a hood, and then he's clearly on his phone, right? And he tosses a gadget, like a robot thingy that crawls through the vents or whatever, right? Clearly he's doing some espionage type shit. I'll bring it up later. When in another part of the trailer. Maybe it's soon. I don't know. Oh, it's like right here. When it pops up, I'll mention it again. But yeah, very Watch Dogs coded. Oh yeah, this is also another mission from GTA 5. I believe this one is just straight ripped from one mission in GTA 5 where the deadbeat dad criminal dude and Trevor and I guess a couple other people are like involved in like I think they're trying to kidnap like a company CEO or something. I forget who exactly that was. But then you have Trevor and the boys or the deadbeat dad mainly, I think. Like he's holding the CEO dude hostage with a gun to his head and stuff like that, and he's being threatened by the CEO's like bodyguards or whatever, right? He's backed up against the wall, and then Franklin from like a neighboring skyscraper, you know, he's providing Overwatch, so he snipes all the dudes for him. So literally the same mission. Hell, even the chopper POV looks like it's ripped straight from GTA 5 too. You see this? Oh yeah, this is the other Watch Dogs clip. Yeah, fucking shut down the entire city's electrical grid. At least this portion of it. Hijack the billboards, the electrical billboards. Start playing Tetris on it just because. Very, very Watch Dogs coded. Yes, I got a lot to say about this. This is excellent. This is amazing. So this is obviously this is very reminiscent of GTA style, GTA 5 style of, you know, character customization. But the fact that this is part of a gacha game is fucking amazing. I cannot understate that. I have always asked, ever since I started playing gacha games myself like 8 years ago, I have always been like, it would be amazing if we could have like actual, like, maybe not unlimited, maybe that's a little bit too much to ask for, but like I would love to see a gacha game put in a lot of work into character customization, right? Whether it's clothing pieces, or like hairstyle, or like accessories, anything like that, I would love to see it. No gacha game so far, unless you consider TOF this, unless you consider TOF more of a gacha game than an MMO, and to my knowledge, TOF is more of an MMO than gacha, I think. It just happens to have a gacha. I think they're even getting rid of their gacha at some point. I don't know, I don't play TOF. No gacha game, at least none that I've played, really provide that sort of, so that this level of customization. Like the closest that gets to this is like, I don't know, GFL 2, Girls Frontline 2, where like if you have to buy a skin first, which is, you know, already kind of dumb, but like some skins happen to have like customization packs where you can choose one out of like 3 different like options for each layer. I believe each costume, or the costumes that even have customization options, they all have like 3 layers, right? And then you can like swap them out for like 1 out of 3 pieces if you decide to buy the customization pack for that particular skin. And that's like the closest I've seen a gacha game get to like actual, like something I would actually call like true customization, like outfit or cosmetic customization. This is what I'm looking for. This is hella on the right track. Now, of course, maybe it's not as in-depth as I think it is, but like, man, even like you can clearly see the player is clearly switching out her clothes here. I mean, hell, you even see her in a sports bra, tank top. What is that supposed to be? Yeah, you can see her very drastically change outfits here, right? She strolls in. What does she have on first? Yeah, she has on like, I don't know, overalls, I guess. One latch is clearly, you know, undone, and then she goes from this to wearing a fucking Green Day shirt, pretty much. Green Day shirt, sports, like, they're not spats, but like sports shorts, I guess. Booty shorts, I think. Are they called booty shorts? I don't know. But like, her outfit drastically changes. This shit is what I'm looking for, man. Like, just have them wear like completely different shirts, or like completely different like leggings, whether it's shorts, pants, or something else. Like, this shit is my jam right here. I've been asking for this for eight fucking years, and finally a gacha game out there is trying to do this. At least to like an acceptable degree, a degree that I find acceptable. Great, even. It's not even just acceptable. This shit is fire. Yeah, it's just a change out to kicks as well. It goes from like what, platform sandals to just straight up like well, they're not boots, but heavy shoes, I guess. Like, this shit is amazing, man. Like, shit, this is how Ananta can make money. Hopefully the cosmetics don't cost too much, but you know, this is definitely a way they can make tons of money by adding. Hopefully they also add like plenty of like free to play customization options too. Hopefully they're not all like fucking, you know, paid customization. But as long as the game comes with like a good base roster, or like, you know, inventory of free customization options, hell, they can put in as much like paid customization, like outfits and accessories and, you know, like different pieces of apparel as much as they want, man. Fuck it, dude. Go wild. Hey, I wonder if this is just like a random ass hot spring scene, or if you literally can invite a character to, like, I don't know, hang out with you or something. Hopefully it's the latter. The more parasocial the game gets, the better. But again, we'll see. I mean, shit, man, this hot springs looks fucking amazing, dude. This makes me really wonder if Ananta will also do what NTE does, and like you can actually buy your own like place. Like you can actually purchase like several different residence locations throughout the game's like world or something. Because in Ananta, sorry, not in NTE, it's already confirmed you can do that. And it's like, well, Ananta's even more of a fucking GTA ripoff than NTE is, at least just for looking at this trailer. So it's like, I'd be very surprised if Ananta didn't let you also buy like a couple of houses or something. Maybe this is kind of what they're hinting at. I hope it's the case. Then again, if they had a feature like that, you'd think they would show it here, instead of just having it be more like a cinematic like shot. But I guess we'll see. Hopefully, fingers crossed, if I can cross them correctly. Fingers crossed that you know, they'll be able to deliver. That we'll be able to actually buy our own residences and, you know, have insane panoramic shots like this. Because this shit is fucking sick, man. Holy goddamn, this shit is a vibe. More Watch Dogs vibes here. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be a parody of the Power Slap tournament. Yeah, because there's like a whole there's a whole ass tournament out there. I don't know where it's hosted, or I don't really know much about it, but like, it's basically just two guys just slapping the fucking shit out of each other. it's kind of funny to watch. It looks like it hurts though, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm pretty sure this is what it's meant to, like, imitate or be a reference to. Oh, I also realized, I just noticed this actually. The driver's seat is on the left. I actually wonder where Ananta takes place. Because if I'm not mistaken, in Japan and China, unless Hong Kong is the opposite, but I don't think so. Maybe it is. I forget. But my understanding is that most East Asian countries, they drive on the right side of the road, which means that the driver's side needs to be on the right too. As an American, we Americans drive on the left, so the driver's seat is on the left, as you can see here. So maybe, like, where is this supposed to take place? Maybe Hong Kong? Maybe Hong Kong does drive on the left? I don't know. I don't remember. So I guess if they do, then I guess that makes sense. This would mean that this game is supposed to take place in Hong Kong, I think. But if it doesn't, then I'm kind of curious where this is supposed to take place. Like, is this supposed to take place in like America? That'd be kind of surprising. But just I don't know, something weird I wanted to point out. I mean, I can tell you this much: the freaking driver's licenses are definitely not American. Also, rainbow puke. Also, look at all these particles, man. Hopefully those of you who want to play Ananta but you guys don't have very good rigs right now, either PCs or like, you know, phones or tablets or whatever, hopefully if you want to still play this game, you'll be able to get like an upgrade for your devices, whichever one it is, before your devices turn into like literal Molotov cocktails. So this clip is actually really cool too. I'm pretty sure GTA 5 has something like this, like a turf or like a gang reputation system. But clearly, as you can see here, the MC walks up to a gang here, and they're hostile to you because as soon as they realize you're here, it's like, oh shit, you know, we got a bad guy. Everyone, you know, time to fight, right? Time to throw down. But then in this clip, you know, the character here approaches another gang, but then this dude immediately puts away his weapon. Like, I think he had a baseball bat. Yeah, he's holding a baseball bat or something. Puts it away immediately. I don't know where he keeps it. Did he shove it up his ass or something? I think the girl in the back has a gun. Did she have a gun? No, she doesn't have a gun. Maybe this. Yeah, this dude has a gun. The shirtless dude is sitting on the car. This dude has a gun. Puts it away. Immediately, you know, stands to attention, like even bows at you a little bit. This dude as well. So this is super interesting. Again, I think GTA 5 had something like this, but so it's like, oh, you know, GTA ripoff. What'd you expect? But yeah, again, just another cool detail that I noticed. It's like, okay, so maybe this game also even has a gang reputation system. Somebody in my chat when I was reacting to this part specifically was like, well, maybe it's depending on the character. I mean, maybe that could be the case, but here's the thing: both these characters, both the male MC and I don't think this is the female MC. The female MC is the girl, the bunny ear girl in the beginning. This girl, I think, is just like either a major side character, or like maybe I'm assuming it's the detective this dude's coworker maybe at the police station. But they're both police affiliated, unless these guys don't know that this dude works for the police. I don't know. Maybe he's more like a plainclothes. There we go. Or like an undercover agent kind of thing. But assuming for the moment that like all the gangs around the city like still recognize all the characters as like police affiliated or something, it's like, okay, well shit, I guess that means that there is like a gang rep situation here where some gangs will be hostile to you, others will maybe be friendly towards you like from the get-go, or like maybe you can work on either by fighting them or like doing jobs for them or whatever, getting to earn your trust, that kind of thing. They'll become more friendly to you. I don't know. Either way, it's a cool touch. Definitely very Watch Dogs coded moment, because security camera, you're hacking a treadmill and cause a dude to fucking fall off. I do want to say, obviously this dude's dressed up like a vampire, but we do have like not exactly like full human species, because the scavenger girl, the purple-haired policewoman from the beginning, the girl we hung out with at the hot springs, I think, whichever. Yeah, this one right here. This girl right here, like she clearly has like fox ears, cat ears, whatever hell ears they are. So I'm assuming there are like other like like Nekomimi, like animal human hybrid species. It's just that this dude is very clearly an NPC. This dude obviously doesn't really look like a playable character at all. But I don't know. Hey, maybe playable characters who are more like vampires, I guess. It's not exactly like a, it's not exactly world shaking or like groundbreaking, even if they do. But the fact that actually I do mention it anyway, just because we haven't really seen that many like animal ear characters. Like, it's what, the bunny ear girl from the beginning, the fox ear, the purple haired fox ear girl here, where you go hang out with her in the hot springs or whatever, and you have this vampire dude here. But like, other than those three, it's like, I think that's all I could notice. Maybe there are other NPCs who have like animal ears, and they're technically like a different species than like regular humans. Maybe they're kind of scattered throughout the trailer, I just didn't notice them. But yeah, I don't know. This dude definitely feels like he's come straight out of GTA 5. Also, I'm pretty sure I didn't mention this in the beginning, but this dude, obviously you can't hear the trailer audio, but a male MC here, I feel like he's voiced by Alex Lee, the dude who voices, Luke from Street Fighter, and then the main character from Solo Leveling, I think it was. It sounds like him. I mean, this character is very Alex Lee coded to begin with, I mean, shit, man, Alex could very easily cosplay this dude anyway. He's cosplayed a lot of his other characters before too. But yeah, I want to say this sounds like Alex Lee. Anyway, I don't know. I just wanted to throw that out there. Fast forward a bit. Again, you can't hear the audio, but I do want to say that the English voice acting is pretty damn solid. Again, I'm not really, I don't default to English voice acting. Obviously, I default to Japanese most of the time. But the English voice acting is pretty solid. I'm not gonna lie. They did a good job with the English VAs so far. Anyway, have all done really good jobs throughout the trailer. I mean, even in the previous trailer, I didn't really have a problem with their English VAs either. But in this trailer, especially the bunny ear girl that the MC is talking to here, she's a very good VA. Taffy. I wonder if they ripped her straight from Azure Lane from they just turned Laffy into Taffy. Laffy Taffy. Sorry, American Candy joke. But yeah, she has a great VA. I enjoyed listening to her lines, or I've enjoyed listening to her lines so far in the trailer. Can I help you? Oops. I accidentally clicked on something that I wasn't supposed to. Oh, it just took me to their channel. Anyways, let's see. Can I go back real quick? I guess I can just click on their video again. Okay, so yeah, that was basically the end of the trailer. Very good shot of the whole, what is it? The whole, like, web-slinging Spider-Man gameplay. Yeah, very fluid. I do kind of wonder what the lore reason for him having this like black goo coming out of his hand is. Obviously, we don't really know a whole lot about the lore of Ananta, because obviously, you know, there are people out there running around out there with special powers and stuff. Maybe this is the detective's special power. Who knows? But yeah. Let's see here. Let's put it on here, just so you guys can see the ending screen. Very true crimes code. Actually, now that I think about it, now that I see their Ananta announcement trailer juxtaposed with their ending screen, who's the MC here? How many MCs do we have in this game? Because like they very clearly put a lot of emphasis on this dude, the Alex Lee dude. The bunny ears girl has always been in every single trailer, I think, or at least we've seen her in every trailer. This guy is new. The Watch Dogs dude is also new too. I forget what the name of the Watch Dogs MC was from the first game. The Oni girl. I forgot. This girl right here has horns, Oni horns. So I guess she's an Oni girl, demon girl, whatever. She's new too, I think. So, but then in the announcement trailer, they showed off I think the guy we considered to be the MC. He's clearly a different character, unless they retconned him. But if they did, then why would they still show him on their announcement trailer thumbnail? Who the hell is the MC? Is this dude the MC, or is this dude the MC? How many MCs do they got in this game? Or is Ananta gonna do something weird like the game's gonna have like two different storylines where it's like like the MCs you see here, the gray-haired MCs will have their own storyline. They're gonna represent like the true open world part of the game, but then this MC, the dude who's probably voiced by Alex Lee, this dude will have his own like separate storyline or whatever. Like, that's pretty damn ambitious, having two separate storylines that kind of like, I don't know, run parallel with each other. This is just me guessing, of course. Obviously, I don't know for real, or for sure, but like, This is very intriguing. I'm not gonna lie. So, I guess we'll find out in due time. Anyways, oh shit! I've already been reacting for like an hour straight already. Holy fucking! I thought I would be able to get this under what 30 minutes. Yikes! Well, there you go. There I go again, yapping for an hour straight about a 7-minute frickin' trailer. But anyways, let me wrap up my thoughts real quick. So Ananta looks fucking amazing. Let's not get it twisted. 7 minutes of gameplay, well, mostly gameplay, half gameplay, whatever. Even if it's only half, the gameplay clips they have showed, I mean, like, what can I say? Like, what else can I say? They look amazing, man. Even the gameplay segments where they're just straight ripoffs from other games, be it GTA 5 or Watch Dogs, it's like they still look great, man. Like, I literally cannot think of a single bad thing that I can say. Well, actually, no, I can. It's apparently, they nerfed the policewoman's, the Fox girl policewoman's titty size or whatever. But, I mean, other than that, like, what else can I say that's bad about this game, you know? I guess, in summary, Ananta is what? The combination of it's basically GTA 5, but the devs went, so what if we also put in Watch Dogs, Shifu, True Crime, what else? Spider-Man, right? Because the Spider-Man gameplay, the fucking web slinging gameplay. Is there any other game that I'm missing here? I'm probably missing like 1 or 2. But probably those like 4 or 5, probably even 6. It's like all, obviously it's not like a true mashup of all those different types of games. Like it's working off of a Grand Theft Auto base, and then they're adding elements from all the other games into it. But like it looks great, man. Other than some small stuff they could polish, like, the dude's phone just kind of like warping in out of nowhere in this scene that I mentioned earlier. Other than that, it's like this game already looks so damn polished already, right? Like, I guess that's why, I mean, it's not I guess, that's very clearly why they took so long, they went on hiatus, or like, they maintained such long radio silence. It's like, they were working on polishing this game, man, to make it look as good as good as it does. So yeah, I hope they continue polishing the game, make it look even better. But yeah, all we gotta do is figure out how the gacha works. Assuming they don't pull a DNA and be like, oh, by the way, this game's not actually gonna be a gacha, guys. But I guess we'll find out eventually. But assuming for the moment that it is still a gacha game, we gotta find out what its rates are, and I guess go from there. Also, I just noticed that this girl's legs, that her what? These are the thighs. These are what, the calf muscles? I don't know human anatomy very well. But her legs in this shot look like they're like, I don't know, kind of cartoonish. They look like legs drawn by the panty and stocking animators or artists or whatever. Probably just a weird camera angle, whatever. Anyways, but yeah, man, I don't know what else to add. This game is quite literally like a mashup of like 5 or 6 different games at once, and somehow they've been able to pull it off. So, it is by NetEase. Normally, I guess the last comment that I can make here before I head off, is that normally I would kind of raise an eyebrow at NetEase, because NetEase is yet another Chinese mega corpo like Tencent or whatever. Maybe the comparison is not exactly accurate, but still, they're still a huge company. But I mean, to be fair, they have been managing Marvel Rivals without any problems whatsoever. I'm pretty sure, for the most part. People still love Marvel Rivals, and the game really hasn't had much drama. So they've been running a pretty tight ship over there. So I hope they can do the same for this game too, for Ananta when it comes out, whenever. And again, Ananta should be at TGS over this weekend. Hopefully, oh yeah, I remember what I wanted to say here at the end. So sorry, I lied. This is the last thing I want to say. I'm hoping, even if this is only a small chance, I'm hoping that they'll give us an actual release date, an actual launch date. The reason why I'm hoping for it, even if it's not very likely that they will, is because this game looks so goddamn polished already, right? Now that I think about it, like NTE also looked really polished from the trailers, but they've only just started doing their betas. Did they? Well, I say just started doing their betas. Their betas were like earlier this year, and it probably won't come out for like another half a year at the very least. So I say that, but I realized, oh yeah, that's right. Ananta's probably going to be the same way. It's like it looks polished, but yeah, I'm sure it'll still have to stay in the oven for like the next year or so at the very least. So I was hoping we'd get a launch date, but more than likely it'll probably the most we can hope for is probably just like a closed beta test date or whatever, like a global beta test period. So shot down my own hopes right then and there. But yeah, either way, I'll just have to keep waiting a bit more for them to give us an actual launch date. Probably like at least next year, hell, maybe even a 2027 release, depending on how much they want to stall it. But other than that, those are all my thoughts, literally all my thoughts on this trailer. Again, amazing trailer. Like almost nothing I've seen is an L. Everything is straight dub, except for obviously them nerfing this girl's tit size. But hey, there's workarounds for that, I'm sure. Or there will be workarounds for that, I'm sure. If you know, you know. Anyways, but yeah, I guess I'll just end it on the shot of this girl. But yeah, thanks for watching for everybody. Hope you guys have enjoyed listening to me yap for over an hour on 7 minutes worth of gameplay. So yeah. You can call me King Yap, and how much I yap, how much more I yap about gacha than literally anyone else. So, anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the react, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.